Hey guys, I need a quick quarantine setup. What am I gonna do? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris with CNC Reptiles. I am missing Carly because we're still we're doing this secret snake that we're getting, the male that we're gonna start breeding with, that she doesn't know about yet. So that's actually coming in a couple of days. But we're CNC Reptiles. We're a father and daughter's team that really just enjoy keeping and hopefully soon breeding reptiles, or ball pythons, I should say, and sharing our experiences here on YouTube. So really quick, guys, so I need a quick and probably fairly cheap quarantine setup. So we actually did a video on our full quarantine setup right here. Could be over here. I don't know. One of those two places we did a quarantine setup. So check that out if you want to see kind of the full length of how we set up our quarantine. But that quarantine setup uses these racks back here, these 2-high VE racks. The problem with that is those are being used right now. So I really thought by now maybe Kalahari and or Peanut were gonna be big enough to move over here into our 70 series, but they're not quite there yet. They may need maybe 2-3 more meals before they're really ready to be over here. So that kind of X's our whole quarantine setup idea, because those racks are in use right now. So what do we do? Well, I'll tell you, there's a couple different things that we can do, and I actually got this idea from Rich over at Predator BP and how he actually keeps his snakes. He actually keeps his snakes in this setup right here. Now this, guys, is what they call a rub, or a really useful box. It's just a box brand. And what I really like about this, guys, is it's not a flimsy plastic, right? The lid's not flimsy. It's got a nice lip right here that the snake's not going to be able to push and get up underneath, push from the bottom and get up underneath it. It's got these locking lids, or handles for the lid, I should say, on both sides, so it's going to keep it nice and secure. So let's talk a little bit about this setup. Now, a couple of things I'm I'm taking, I guess, for granted, that if you have multiple snakes, or you're accepting in now multiple snakes and you're needing a quick quarantine setup, there's a couple things I'm thinking that you may already have, right? So for instance, I'm thinking you've got some extra water bowls, right? I'm thinking you've got some extra hides, potentially, right? And I'm taking it that you probably have an extra thermostat, okay? Because again, all these things, are really needed for your quarantine setup. So I actually have all of those already. So, sorry that was loud. So talk about cost now. So this box was only $13, okay? I actually got it at Office Depot. You can get them a couple of different places. The only modifications I may have to make to this box is we may have to take a soldering iron and put some ventilation holes. Now this is not airtight at the lip, but we may have to put some ventilation holes here at the front. I'm not gonna do that just yet. I wanna actually look and see what the humidity's like in the box. There is airflow in here, right? I mean, there's gonna be some airflow, but that's just a really quick soldering iron, 2 holes here, maybe 2 holes on the other side, maybe some in the back if we need kind of some cross ventilation. But that's what we're gonna do. Now, the drawback to this box is it's completely clear, right? So there's a couple of things that we are going to do to make sure that the snake feels safe and secure in this box. First and foremost, what we provide every single one of our snakes is a hide, right? So whether they're in the rack or not, they usually start out with this hide. I've got the neck size bigger that will actually fit in this tub should he be a little bit bigger than what I'm expecting. But we've got to provide a hide that makes him feel nice and safe. The next thing I'm going to do, because I want it to be as close to the rack as I can get it, I'm going to actually just take a cardboard box. Now this fits directly on top of this, fits really nicely. I'm going to just cut the lid off here, probably just cut something out right here that's going to kind of let some light in the front, like what you see in all of our tubs here. That'll help me get kind of a natural day-night cycle like what the other snakes are experiencing. And really, for as long as he's going to have to be in this, probably no more than a month, I think this is going to work really, really well. And also hopefully kind of help trap some heat in and around the tub, raise that ambient temperature, because he's not going to be able to be here in the snake room. I'm going to have to keep him in the house. So this will help do that, but also help mimic make it nice and dark in there and mimic what the rack is gonna be like. So the box was free, right? That didn't cost me anything. My wife likes to shop on Amazon quite often, so we have plenty of these. The tub that we're gonna keep him in, like I said, I think it was like 13 bucks at Office Depot. The only other thing I had to get was a small heat mat, right? So we've gotta have a heat mat to help control the temperature, right? All of them need a hot spot. One of the things I wanna point out about heat mats, if you look at how this is gonna fit on here, that's gonna fit almost perfectly, right? For the size of this tub and the size of this heat mat, that's a perfect size right there, right? And we're gonna set it right there. Now, I had this heat mat just lying around, and the problem is this is for a 10 or 20 gallon terrarium. And if we were to try to use that, look at how much space that takes up. That's way too much. I've heard about a third of the space is what you want to take up with a heat mat. Either way, that was gonna be way too big. So this thing right here cost me 20 bucks. So we've got about 30, let's just call it 35, round it up, right? Got $35, that's gonna fit perfect right there. We'll place the height on top of it, and that's gonna look really, really nice, gonna work really, really well. One of the things about this heat mat that's pretty cool is it's got this kind of like sticker, so it's sticky on one side. So what we'll do is we'll actually place the probe, wow, loud again, sorry. Place the probe of the thermometer directly on the heat mat, and we'll stick this, so the probe there, we'll stick this to the bottom of the tub, just like that, right? Obviously the probe will be inside though, right? So to control the heat mat really, really well, make sure that it doesn't get too hot. Now the interesting thing this will be is this kind of has some raised parts here. These little hectagons, whatever those are, they're raised. So I'm not exactly sure how this is here. We'll take a look at that. But since this isn't gonna be a permanent thing, I'm not too worried about that. And I'll also probably keep this little sticker pad piece to put back on it, since this won't be permanent, right? He's only gonna be in here probably about a month. And the reason I say that is, even if we keep him in for 60 days, in about a month's time, number one, we'll have moved, and he'll probably then transfer to go ahead and transfer over to the rack where he's going to spend the bulk of his time until he grows up nice and big for us. So just kind of quick summation again of everything that we've got here. So again, taking into consideration, we already have hides, water bowls, and a thermostat. The only thing that we got for our quick and easy setup here is a $13 rub, right? Now this is the 8.1 liter, I believe is what it is. Gives a little bit more floor space and not as much height as the 9 liter, which I like, right? For the ball pythons especially. We got a $20 heat mat. So let's just say with tax and everything, we're in it for $35. And that's gonna basically cover everything that we need. For the first month, we're gonna keep him on paper towels anyway to ensure there's no mites, no eggs, no anything like that before we move him over into the substrate. And so, which of course we've got plenty of substrate anyway. So for about $35, guys, for the tub and for the heat mat, quick and easy quarantine setup. Now, if you do have to buy some of the other things, look, that water bowl was like $2. That hide is like $5, so there's another $7. And then the Inkbird thermostat, I want to say was another 20 bucks, right? So 55, so call it $65 if you don't have anything, which is still a pretty cheap and effective quarantine setup. So anyways, guys, so I wanted to post this really quickly. We have the snake's gonna be coming in a couple of days. Super, super excited. I'm so excited to see how Carly's gonna react when she kind of realizes what's going on. But super quick and easy quarantine setup, guys. In the next video, we're gonna be doing the unboxing of our new snake. So can't wait to see you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.